Good morning and welcome to a special edition of Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. We're taking a break from the issues today to focus on a historic basketball team that began in 1926 as the Savoy Big Five, founded by Abe Saperstein. The Harlem Globetrotters had played 3,000 games and were featured on the cover of Life magazine. Major achievements at a time when America was deeply segregated by race. Now, celebrating their 90th anniversary, the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters have become one of the most recognizable franchises in sports. For many Milwaukee families, New Year's Eve consists of a trip to the BMO Harris Bradley Center to check out the Harlem Globetrotters. It's a tradition for the team to visit Milwaukee, and here to tell us a little more about that tradition is Paul Jansen, who's the VP of Sales, Marketing, and Business Development here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
It's always good to see you.
Good to see you.
And as I mentioned, this is a tradition for the Harlem Globetrotters to come to the BMO Harris Bradley Center on New Year's Eve. How long has this been going on?
Well, it started here at the building in our first season, 1988. So it's been going on 27 years at the BMO Harris Bradley Center, with a slight gap in the early 90s when we had a couple of other activities conflicting. But Harlem Globetrotters have still been in Milwaukee continuously on New Year's Eve. Since 1988 for sure, and we believe many years prior to that, but the history is a little fuzzy, so but it's at least 35 years and probably longer, off and on through New Year's Eve. Great tradition. Families love it. It's a Milwaukee favorite.
Yeah, and why is it so important for you to keep that tradition of New Year's Eve as opposed to a day in December?
It's something special. You know, families love to come downtown on New Year's Eve during the day and an evening performance, watch the Harlem Globetrotters. It's just great family entertainment, and we have families and fans that come down year after year after year consistently to see the Harlem Globetrotters. It's just a lot of fun.
Absolutely, and when you talk about building those family memories, this is a part of that for many people.
Absolutely, it's great fun.
Now, with you being here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center for a number of years, what's your favorite memory of the Globetrotters coming to town?
Well, there's a lot of them, but I'll have to say my favorite memory is a few years ago, Curly Neal was traveling with the team.
Oh, wow.
And Curly's a great guy and goes back a long time with the Harlem Globetrotters. And I got to know Curly pretty well over the few years that he was here, and just a great guy, and just that's probably my fondest memory, because when I was growing up, Curly Neal was the superstar.
Yep.
And had a lot of fun watching him, and get to meet him and to get to know him in person after he retired was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about Curly and, of course, the late Meadowlark Lemon, and those are the guys that stand out in my mind as well. True legends, and they even did the Scooby-Doo cartoons and all those things. So people remember that, and for you to have the opportunity to work with Curly and actually get to know him a little better.
Curly was just so gracious, and he walked around the building and met fans and did photo ops with kids, and just very approachable, and just a great connection to the history of the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. So it's going down yet another year, and I thank you for stopping by to tell us all about that tradition, which we all hope will continue on for many years to come.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure talking to you. Paul Jansen is the VP of Sales, Marketing, and Business Development here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And before we meet one of the Globetrotters' most dynamic ball handlers, we'll take a quick look at this vintage footage that shows the Harlem Globetrotters doing what they do best to the Brother Bones classic, Sweet Georgia Brown, which became the Globetrotters' theme song back in 1952.